Hello friends. So this is our 16th and the last lecture on A Defense of Poetry by P.B.Shelley. So we have seen it is not a polemical essay, it is a rebuttal. A rebuttal means says to say that this is not true, that's all. Thomas Love Peacock, his friend, 4 ages of poetry, these things we have discussed already. Now we are coming to the end, and so let's conclude. Poetry is repeating many ideas that he has been telling us, or he has been disappointing or focusing on. Now what happens is that if you can see, poetry, he says, is the record of the best and the happiest moments of the happiest and the best minds of the best minds in the world. So this idea, I think already we have seen this. It is the record of the best and the happiest moments. The record of the best and the happiest moments of the happiest and the best minds. I think we have already seen this now, isn't it? Yeah, you remember. Then he says sublime thoughts, something that we did yesterday. Sublime thoughts and feelings come as apparitions from nowhere. The sublime thoughts and feelings are like apparitions. Apparitions. And they come from, we don't know from where. Like Hamlet says, no, that undiscovered country. From where we don't know, that undiscovered country it comes. And from an unknown world. We don't know from where it comes, from an unknown world. And what happens to this, no? Over these apparitions we have no control. We have no control over this. Again, an idea that we saw yesterday, or we discussed yesterday. Then he says, it is a call to interpret the diviner nature. What? Point. These thoughts and feelings, the sublime thoughts that come to your mind, it is a call to interpret a diviner nature. See that? And then further he says that its feet are like waves over the sea. That means what does that mean? It vanishes. Not even leaving a trace. Not even leaving a sign. Its feet like waves over the sea. Waves over the sea don't leave any footprints. If at all you can find any footprint, that is on the shore. You may find it, say, the sand you will find different forms. So this again, so he uses the word evanescence. Evanescence. Evanescent. These are evanescent feelings. Means appear and then disappear. Leaving no footprints. That's the thing. Leaving no footprints. So these things we have already seen. That is the best record of the best mind of the people, best thoughts, happiest thoughts. Feelings comes as apparitions from nowhere. And the footprints are like waves of the sea. We have no control over it. Logic and reasoning we have control. But on this we have no control over it, etc. That we have already seen. Now, what we say that the mind of the poets, see, their state of mind, the poet's state of mind is normally is for aesthetic, beautiful things. It is prepared for the beautiful things. It is prepared for the lovely and beautiful things of this world, nice things of this world. Therefore, what happens? The mind of the poet is always at war. That is the first point to note. The mind of the poet is at war. At war with what? Baser elements, like getting and spending, as Wordsworth would say, getting and spending. Philistinism, as Mathew would say. Philistinism. Then revenge, jealousy, envy, cruelty and so on. So the mind of the poet is so nice, gentle. Already we have seen best mind. So the mind is always at war with this, fighting against this. They don't want to, they will never allow to these emotions, negative emotions and feelings to infiltrate into the mind of the poet. That is the mind of the poet. So nice, so heavenly, so divine, so sublime. There is space room only for sublime things. Not this kind of thing, getting and spending, machines and machinery, adoring, wealth, accumulation of wealth. See? But nicer feelings. That's first point. Then I say the mind of the poet is like an enchanted chord. That's the second one. Enchanted chord. So what happens when an enchanted chord, what does it do? When a word or a feeling or a passion touches it, what will happen? It is rekindled and reanimated. An ordinary thing is rekindled, a passion, a feeling. You see a skylark, then comes unpremeditated art. Because the skylark, the sight of the skylark had touched the chord of the poet's, enchanted chord of the poet's mind. The chord of the mind of the poet is always enchanted. It is an enchanted cave where everything can be transformed into beautiful. See that? So old forgotten things and battles long ago can be transformed and transmuted. Listen. For example, you can say a farewell, a simple thing like a farewell. The lover is bidding farewell to a beloved, his beloved. A valediction forbidding mourning. See, that particular emotion has been that has been reanimated, rekindled by when it touches the chord of the poet. That is enchanted chord of the poet. We have also had the chord, but nothing will happen. When you find the coyness of a lady, Andrew Marvell, the other one is John Donne. See, it becomes, when it touches the enchanted chord of the poet's mind, it is reanimated. It becomes a brand new theme. Of course, it was there already, carpe diem. Enjoy the present. That's the thing. It's coyness of it. See, sir, just one or two examples I'm giving. Or when you see our examples as we have seen of stopping by woods. When it touches the enchanted chord of the poet, it is reanimated, rekindled, and it opens a world of beauty and wonder. So that is the second aspect of the poet's mind. And then you have got a third aspect, that is, the mind of the poet makes beautiful things immortal. All that is best immortal. So it has got that power. Making best things immortal. See, you can see Shakespeare, plenty of examples. In Shakespeare you can see, what is it? Portia's speech in the court, the trial scene, on mercy. See, it blesses him that gives and him that receives. Double blessed. Just become immortal. Or you can think about the description of a man, crown of creation. Man is the crown of creation, Shakespeare. See, that idea has become immortal. It is part of everybody's culture. Not only English, but all the other cultures. Immortal. So also Persian speech. Immortal, written for posterity. The quality of mercy is not restrained. He compares it with the shower of rain. What a beautiful comparison. Or you have got examples of, see, what is the sum total of life? If we write about the sum total of life, sometimes it will take pages. Shakespeare says, tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Nothing. So making that thought immortal. Thus you have only immortal things in Shakespeare, you find. Writing for the posterity. And then the fourth point is that the mind of the poet has got us, he uses a special alchemy. Alchemy, you know, what is the property of alchemy or quality of alchemy? Baser materials can be changed and transmuted into gold. So that is the same thing. Baser things can be transmuted into gold. For example, seemingly irreconcilable things can be reconciled. That is it. Understand? Seemingly irreconcilable. You can see turning poisonous water into potable, poisonous water into potable gold. That's the expression used by Shelley. That is. Just as you can see, grief irreconcilable. Grief and pleasure. You have it in tragedy. This is grief and pleasure. Then you have got eternity and change. Sailing to Byzantium. Immortality. The craving for immortality. Sailing to Byzantium. These are examples for that. So poetry has the power, or the mind of the poet has the power to transmute all the things it touches into precious things. Or in terms of arts, we will say, art and aesthetic, we will say beautiful, to give pleasure. Understand? And the fifth point is connected also, we can say, defamiliarizes familiar things. Defamiliarizes. This is a concept every time we see now. Defamiliarizes. The poet's mind has the power to defamiliarize. And then it gives you the pleasure of aha feeling. Understand? Towards the end of the poem, or a point that I always take, for example, is Stopping Waves. You can see at the end of it what happens. Miles to go before I sleep. Defamiliarizing. Everybody must have seen this familiar sight. There's a familiar sight there. Darkness, snow, wood, whose woods are these? Everybody might have whose woods are these? Jamila Basan. So defamiliarizing. Or another example is, the oft quoted example is Good Samaritan. See, two persons passed away. For them it is an ordinary thing. But when the Samaritan with a poetic mind looked at this, or he sees that his actions defamiliarize the entire thing. So it remains, it becomes immortal. I think it is there in every culture. The idea of the Good Samaritan is there in every culture. So it is defamiliarized. God sees the truth but waits. An example which I already gave you in one of my lectures. At the end of it is defamiliarization. Otherwise, what is that? Actually, he is misunderstood, he is taken to jail. And then the end is, see, the criminal himself comes and confesses this to action. That is defamiliarized. Only the poet can do that. What to a Nightingale? Defamiliarize every work of art is a defamiliarization. If there is no defamiliarization, it is not a work of art. The wasteland, how many of you must have seen the wasteland? Or including myself. But T.S. Eliot has the power to defamiliarize it. That is, combining irreconcilable things, seemingly irreconcilable things, using the alchemy of his mind, transmuting, changing. An experience with cousins, it's a simple thing. But when you read it in that frame, the first, the burial of the dead, so that when we were in the Archduke's, my cousins, he took me out on his sledge. That speed and all those things. Marie, Marie, hold on tight. Down we went in the mountains. There we feel free. Suddenly the change. I read much of the night and go south in the winter. See that? Almost everybody has might have read that biblical passage. What are the roots, the trust, what branches grow? And everybody must have read that. I will show you fear in a handful of dust. That's defamiliarization. What about a game of chess beginning? Antony and Cleopatra, you can see boldly lifted. The chair she sat in, burnished like a. The chair she sat in, like a burnished throne. See that? So you read it here, then it becomes, it is, the poet has got the power to defamiliarize. The poet creates a new world. God creates a new world. So poem, you remember poem? That is Sydney's race, no? Poets, in the word in Greek language is poem. Poem means one who a maker, that is it, a maker. So Tasso, the Italian poet, he says Tasso. You have come across his name. Tasso says what? The only, Tasso says, none but God and the poet deserve the name of Creator. None but God and the poet deserve the name of Creator. None, that's very important, none but God and the poet deserve the name of Creator. Of Creator. Tasso says. So that is about the 5 points, the mind of poets, the mind of the poet. Mind of the poet is at war, constantly with base elements, base feelings, like hatred, money, amassing money, wealth, running after machines, depending on machinery and all this. Secondly, it's an enchanted chord. An ordinary thing when it touches, it becomes, it's a magic cave. It's a magic cave. Thirdly, it is making the best things immortal. Life. What is life? And the other one, we have got examples of a valediction forbidding morning to his co-mistress. Simple things, but familiar things. See, every young man, I don't say every young man, that will be too much. No? Young people have got that habit or that, what we must say, of that to go out, desire to fall in love with the lady. And the lady has the habit of saying no. It's a common thing. But he defamiliarizes. Okay. Making the best things immortal already we have seen. Love is not love that alteration finds, that beautiful sonnet. It's all about love. The definition of love is an immortal sonnet. Isn't it? And then you have got making the best. And alchemy. That is James says smithy. The mind of the artist is a smithy. So here it is alchemy. Means baser materials are transmuted to gold. Poisonous water to potable gold. That is sublime. And defamiliarizes, we have seen. Defamiliarizes. And daffodils, defamiliarizing it for us. Or you have the leech gatherer. His story is defamiliarized. Or you find the best example is the gift of the Magi by O. Henry. That story, at the end what happens? Simple Christmas gift. It's all about a Christmas gift. But when it is treated by the mind of the poet, short stories also poetry. Mind of the poet, when it passes through, that experience passes through the mind of the poet, what happens to it? Can he ever forget that Christmas? Isn't it? That is, so there is defamiliarizers. Defamiliarizers. Think of the nun's priest day. Defamiliarizing the whole experience. Defamiliarizing. I like that every. Yes. So then is a poet's, again he repeats, concluding, the happiest and the best. The happiest, the wisest and the best. The happiest, the wisest and the best. Who? The poets. They are happy people. Their fame remains immortal. As we have seen, the countries may disappear. Nations may disappear. Nations may take other names. But Homer remains. Dandy remains. Immortal. Milton remains. Classics. All the rest. But it is these people who say that it is a waste of time to go after imagination, use your brain for imagination. There may be insignificant versifiers. Say maybe some like, he gives two examples, Mavius and Bavius. Mavius and Bavius. That is there and everywhere you find that. So that's the unimportant message. The poet, concluding, brings about an awakening. It is beneficial change. He brings about beneficial change in ideas. In ideas. And institutions. In ideas, in institutions, and in our day-to-day life. Understand? So that is what he says. He says, the poet's mind is such that, in other words, we said, we say no, words are mightier than the sword, we say. Isn't it? That's the same thing. You want to bring about changes in society? A poet can do it. Rousseau is a very good example. Rousseau and French Revolution. Rousseau. Awakening. Beneficial change in society. Beneficial change in institutions. Beneficial change in ideas, in the realm of ideas. And therefore, he concludes the last line in the essay. Poets are unacknowledged legislators of the world. So the real legislators are the poets, but they are not acknowledged. Therefore, he says poets are the unacknowledged legislators of the world. Thus comes the end of the rebuttal. I suppose you have been following me, you got something at least out of this. But again, as I always say, that please don't be satisfied with what I have been telling you, but you must read the original text. Because the original text, as the other day I told you, the actual and the ideal. Maybe this is an actual thing that I am presenting over. But the ideal is the text. The actual is only a copy of the ideal. Therefore, my dear friends, I invite you to read the original text. See that? So with this, we come to the end. So 16 of 16, I hope that our journey through this defense of poetry has been beneficial to you, has been of some benefit, same thing, may support to your postgraduate studies, and also some points you can make use for your UGC NET examination and so on. Otherwise also the prose is so mellifluous, so sweet and so beautiful. Some of these words and sentences I cannot find a substitute. I could not find a substitute for that. So very often what I used to do is I used to quote from the text itself. But if I go on quoting, I have to quote the entire text, which is humanly not possible. Therefore, it's my humble suggestion that you go through that essay, the original essay. Of course, mine will be a kind of help to you. That's all. Yeah, and the interesting thing, like creativity, a teacher too. I stand here with many ideas in my mind, but I can impart only 2% of what is in my mind. That if you think that is exaggeration, I will say 25% of what I have in mind. 75% still remains in my mind. I don't know what to do. Therefore, this is the case with every teacher, not only mine. 100% communication is possible? Question mark. So, with these poets are unacknowledged legislators of the world, bye. Have a nice time. Enjoy your life.